Hey guys, I'm back with episode 2 of growing your own food at home. And so I'm going to show you how much the plants have grown. I'm going to show you the plants that we planted last week, or it was actually a couple of days ago. And I'm also going to show you how I repot some plants and how to make free pots. Okay, let's get into it. All right guys, everything's coming up. Everything's looking good. The chamomile's getting bigger. This is the rapini, the kale, this is the Napa cabbage, the oregano, and the celery, and look how big the zucchini is. Definitely have to repot that one. We also got some tomatoes. That is loofah squash, and this one in the corner, also loofah, just starting to come up. So everything is coming up, as you can see. These are leeks, okay? The plants are getting bigger. We're gonna have to do a lot of repotting. These are the ones we planted a couple of days ago. The peas are coming up, the beets. Now I wanna say I normally plant peas outside, but the birds like to eat them. It's still a little cool out, so I'm just letting some of these get a head start. These are a lot of flowers that I have going. Most of these are flowers. We have an artichoke's coming up. That's new. See that little guy? He's just like breaking through right there. That's very cool. Still, the valerian is not coming up. And we only have one rose tomato. I'm not really surprised about that because those seeds were old, at least 4 or 5 years old. So, and they were given to me, the plant was given to me by someone. They're these beautiful rose heirloom tomatoes. It's beautiful. And here are the peppers. The cilantro is getting huge. This is getting out of control. This is pineapple mint. My kale that I just chopped up this morning and ate some kale for breakfast. And then look at the potato. This is a random potato that someone gave me that started growing on top of my fridge that I just stuck in some dirt, and now it is growing. Now over here by Millie, hi Millie, hi sweetie. She is the farm guard dog, right Millie? She's so tough. But this is the sage that I grew in the garden, and I brought it in the winter because it won't survive. And now she is doing pretty good. I don't know what this is going on in here, like some of these leaves, but she's gonna go back outside soon. And that is it. So we're gonna be repotting some of these big plants, and then I'm gonna show you how to make these pots out of newspaper. So totally free pots that you could use, and then you could just stick these directly into the ground when you're ready to plant them outside. So these are pretty cool. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make these pots, which I learned from a TV show, I think it's on HBO, Cinemax, I don't know, called Homegrown. It's a great show. It's definitely one of the coolest garden shows that I ever watched. But anyway, I love these pots. So if you want to make a big one like this, so I'm repotting some of my smaller plants and I'm going to use this. You have to use like the big can. And if you want a smaller pot for like maybe seedlings, you just use a smaller can. So I'm going to start with the smaller can, but both are going to do the same thing. So I got like just 2 sheets of newspaper here, and you're going to fold this big piece into 3s. Okay, so you're just going to fold it over. Doesn't have to be perfect. And fold it over again, right? So you got this. I know you can't see it, but I'm going to show it to you. So it's like this. And then you're going to take the can, and on the edge of the can, you want the edge of the can at the top. Sometimes I even let it hang over a little bit like that. Okay, if you can see that. All right, and then you're just going to roll it up. I know you can't see it very well. I was trying to find a surface to do this on, and I'm having a hard time. So as you can see, I'm just rolling it up. Okay, and then I finish rolling it up, and then you're going to take this bottom part, and you're just going to fold it in. Like this. Okay. And then you're going to take the can out. Now, these ones I actually stapled. This one, I don't have my stapler with me, when she did them on the show, she did not staple them. So you can see this is coming up. So if you wanted to, you could staple the bottom. I wouldn't tape it, but once you put the dirt in here, it's probably gonna hold it into place. Once you wet it, it's gonna stay into place. So this is like the perfect small one. Now, if you want it to be shorter, you could take the newspaper and fold it into quarters instead of thirds, right? But this was perfect. I started these pepper plants like this. So as you can see inside, let me see if you can see this. I'll show you. Like right here is the edge of the newspaper. So I just plopped this whole thing right in here and I just repotted it so it can continue to grow. It's like leaking all over the place. All right. So I'm gonna like stick this in the water just to kind of like get it to stay in place. All right. All right, so this will stay flat at some point. I'm just gonna put the can on top of it to kind of hold it in place and see if that works. Okay, so I'm gonna use these to replant some of the seedlings that I just showed you. So for example, this zucchini, some of the cucumbers maybe. I need to replant a lot of stuff. So stay tuned, I'll be right back. Okay, so we're going to be repotting these Napa cabbage plants because they're getting big and they're a little damp right now. It's kind of best to do when they're a little bit drier. I just watered them this morning because they pull out easier, but I'm still gonna be able to get them out in one piece. And I'm gonna start by filling the bottom of this with a little bit of dirt. I'm actually really low on dirt, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do all four, but I'm gonna get this started. All right, so I filled it like almost, I guess it would be like 3/4 of the way. And now I'm gonna take my first plant out. This is a singular plant. I'm gonna try to keep it together as much as I can. I think I'm gonna add a little more dirt, because it's going to be closer to the top, I would say. All right, so here's the roots. You can see the roots. I'm going to stick them in there, and then I'm going to just kind of fill this in with dirt. I'm going to use my hands so that I can be very delicate with the plant itself. And I'm just going to pack that in there. And then I'm going to like press it down so I know it's in there really good and supported. Okay, I'll show you. Looks good. All right, and then I'm gonna water it. Okay, now you would think the newspaper would fall apart, but it doesn't. It stays together really good. All right. Okay, and I'm gonna put this in one of my trays. Yes, I do let this sit right in the tray so it gets all soaking wet. It grows just fine. I don't move them around. I'm assuming if I touch them and move them around a lot, they would kind of fall apart. But there you go, that's one down. Now I'm gonna do the rest. I'll be right back. Okay, so here they are, all repotted. I'm gonna soak them a little bit more with water. I didn't soak the dirt beforehand like I usually do because I just didn't want the newspaper to break down until I had it in place where I wanted it to be. So the newspaper is damp, and as you can see, they have so much more room to expand their roots and get bigger. And I still have them close by to the grow lights. I thought I was going to put them on the windowsill, but it's still kind of cold, so I'm not going to do that just yet. And now I'm going to do the zucchini, the loofah, the string beans, these three here, and then this right here is yellow squash. So I'm going to keep repotting these things until the end of May, and then around the end of May, I'm going to start bringing them outside and getting them acclimated to the sun and the wind and the changes in the temperatures so that they get a little hardened before I put them into the ground. So I will keep you posted and keep showing you videos each week of how much the plants grow and when I repot them. Okay, I'll see you next week. Hey guys, we are back in the sunroom and I repotted a few things. And I can't really walk over there without my boots because it's really, I made a mess on the floor. Okay, so I'm just gonna go for it. Okay, this is the cabbage that I did the other day. You guys saw me do that. This is the zucchini. This is the loofah. It was getting big, so I had to repot it. This is a tomato. And then this is more loofah, yellow squash, more tomatoes, and the new basil I repotted. So these are like a lot of flowers, and these are some vegetables that I'm going to put directly outside at some point. So everything, I have more over here, another tomato. Everything, oh, sorry, cucumbers. And here's the peas I planted with you guys, right? I put some sticks for that to grow on, but those will go outside soon also. So that's everything. And there's Millie. So I just wanted to show you. And in case you were wondering, how do you know when to repot something? So when it just starts getting big, really, like the basil was tiny. Sometimes you'll notice it's not going to grow or progress because the roots just don't have any more space. And so just put it into a bigger pot. And as I said, some of the stuff that's over there, like the kale is going to be able to go outside soon. So I will weather it a little bit, meaning I'll put it outside, let it get used to being outside for a couple hours a day, and then eventually I'll just put it outside. So most of the time I just plant kale directly in the ground, but it's definitely a cool weather green and it likes the cool weather, so I'm going to put it out there soon. Okay, hope that was helpful, and I'll see you next week. Almost everything's repotted and getting ready for a little bit of a cold snap. So I might have to move these two away from the window and these brand new little baby flowers because I don't want them to get ruined.